everybody, welcome on back to the Cars Garage, and welcome to the second episode of the 12 Cars of Christmas. Very fun, festive Christmas series we're doing on the channel. Obviously, if you missed the episode yesterday, we did Damage the King. That was a lot of fun. But today, we have another car, another present. So, let's not waste any time with unboxing it. Here it is right here. I wonder what could be in here. Nice little Christmas present. Definitely smaller than the one yesterday. Looks like something started tearing into it already. Let's not waste any time. Let's just open it right up. None other than our good buddy Snot Rod with Flames. What a cool car. I wonder who suggested him. Of course, it was once again coming in from this suggestion, I believe from Mason over on Skype. I don't know his YouTube name, but maybe he'll be in the comments and maybe he can tell you guys. But anyways, he wanted me to do Snot Rod with Flames. Very cool variant of this classic tuner. Of course, only released in 1 year, 2013, so almost 10 years ago now, which is pretty insane that this car is 10 years old. But anyways, I remember getting him. I don't even have a regular Snot Rod, and this was the only one I ever got. I never really even realized he has a different expression. Like, his mouth is completely different. You can see his teeth. Pretty cool, actually. I believe his regular one is just like a frowning smile, but you never get to see his teeth. So that's cool. I never realized. That's really cool. Of course, the tuners or the delinquent road hazards. There we go. Whatever you want to call them. The sheriff calls them delinquent road hazards. Obviously, they really only appear in one scene from the original movie, Cars. And they really changed the whole focus of the franchise. They really shifted all. Obviously, they make Mac all tired and drowsy, make him swerve off the road, and his back door of the trailer obviously unfolds, and then out goes McQueen, and that's, obviously goes to Radiator Springs. That's the story we know. And it's really thanks to these guys that happened, because if not, well, McQueen would have never went to Radiator Springs, probably. But anyways, of course, he's got this giant exposed engine. Now, I'm not a car guy, so I don't exactly know. I think it's just an engine, right? I don't know what else to call it. It's pretty rare to see that on a car. Well, not a lot of cars would have that. Well, in real life, but even in the Cars movies. Now, Snot Rod's model is not really completely original. There is another car that does have it, and that is Artie, who I'd like to review soon. And it's weird because he's not even he doesn't have this engine. He's just a regular car with giant wheels in the back. Like, look at the size of that wheel compared to the one in the front. Absolutely massive tires. Does he even have a date stamp? Wait, it is. 1593, so I'm right. 2013. Or, that's pretty late in the year, the 159th day. So you never know, it could be maybe a very late in the year, 2013 release. But either way, of course, the only difference with these guys, I believe everyone else has the same expressions. It's not right, I think this is a different one. But of course, it's these plastic flames. All the tuners have flames in the movies. Technically, we never see them without the flames. So, they should be the regular versions, to be honest, but I wish I had the regular Snot Rod to compare them to. I don't know, I never really thought to get him because I don't think I've ever found him in a store, but I never thought to get him as online because he's just, I don't know, this is a better version, if anything. So why buy the original, I guess? It's so similar anyways. Most of them are the same. Can't even really tell a difference because Snot Rod's the most different one, obviously. But the other ones, like Wingo here, like you can't tell the difference unless you look at the back. So, what do we got on Maya? floof hair. There we go. And it's very small flames. I wouldn't even call these flames. I don't know what you'd call those. These are definitely flames, though. Of course, we have the leader of the tuners, Boost, and his Enduola cans back there. He's got some cool purple flames, though. Very cool. He's got 2 flames. Wingo's probably the worst one out of all of them. Only because his flames. He only has 1. It's not very big. And we have DJ, of course, the musical tuner, with his beatbox. And he's got 2 flames also. So, yeah, everyone's got 2 flames except for Wingo. So that's kind of weird. Either way, they're all pretty cool. And I did do a showcase of all these guys probably about a year ago. Pretty popular video, over 1,000 views. But anyways, we're not here to talk about these guys. We're here to talk about Snot Rod with flames. I don't exactly know how much he goes for online, but he's definitely not cheap. He's definitely a somewhat rare release, so I'm pretty glad I have him. I don't even remember where I got him. I probably got him online, I would assume. I would have been pretty young, so I didn't get him, but I got him for Christmas, so I guess old Sandy Car got him for me. Look on the side, the big old Snot Rod text. I don't know why we're having such issues with this blurriness on the phone today, but I did just get a new phone. This is a different one we're using now, so it should be better if anything. But anyways, we had a big black line on the side, Snot Rod's name on it, and everyone else. It's weird because Boost has his name on the side. DJ doesn't though, and Wingo. I don't know if Wingo does. I wouldn't say that's supposed Wingo, but maybe it does in some weird language. Maybe it's Japanese for Wingo. I don't know, because I think all of these are Japanese cars except for Snot Rod. I think Snot Rod is probably the only American one, because he definitely resembles. I don't know. I guess like some type of Dodge. Maybe a Dodge Viper? I don't know. He's pretty original, though. What did that little logo say there? Let me take that off screen to read. Yeah, so it just says SR and Snot Rod. I guess maybe Snot Rod is his actual car name. Of course, I think it's just a nickname, though. Obviously, he got the name from always being full of snot, I guess. Being so sneezy. I would assume it's because of this massive engine he has that's exposed. And that's probably what makes him so sneezy and sick all the time. That's kind of his thing, you know. He sneezes and then his flames kind of ignite. Let's see, what does his license plate say? Here on the back, once again, the SR text. Try to zoom that in. There we go. I'm getting used to using this phone, so it might take a little bit. Anyways, it says Snot Rod on the license plate. And some kind of city. Once again, I'll have to take it off screen. Oh, it says Drag City. So I guess that's where he's from. I'm going to go do a little bit of research on Snot Rod, because I want to know more about him. From my Meet the Cars book that I have. And I'll see, because I forget exactly like his origin story. I know he has, I think, a little origin story to talk about. So before we go any further, I guess I'll go read that book. Very cool tires, though. Very cool rims. I've never seen a red, almost like a red wall tire. Instead of white walls, it's like he has a red trim. How cool is that? I believe one of these flames, when he was in this package, I believe probably the left one, I think you had to actually put on yourself, and the other one was already on. Because I remember he had a little bit of assembly required. So I don't know if these guys will... Actually, I think they were all chases, weren't they? Or maybe not, I don't know. But the tuners certainly get released enough. Obviously, every single one of them was in a 5-pack made from Thailand this year. Tuners Race, it was called. Tuners Race 5-pack. And then it came with McQueen also, so it was a cool one. But they don't sell 5-packs where I live, so I've never been able to get it. Or I would if I could, because it definitely looks nice to keep in the package. And then they were all released in, I think, 2019 or 2020. One of those years on Blue Desert. And before then, I don't know, actually, if they've ever gotten released since 2013. with these flamed variants. But these have never been re-released. They may have been. Their regular versions may have been from like 2014 or 15, I don't know. But before then, I think they were released every single year. So from 2006 to 2009, I believe, or 10. These guys, even for only being in the movie a little bit, they're definitely always popular. They're always on Cars merchandise, like backpacks, lunch bags, especially in the 2010 type of era, 2008, 9, like those years, they were all over, before Cars 2. And I think it's because they just, I mean, they're so cool looking, they definitely appeal to kids. Their colors are bright, and just really cool, obviously. Let's get them all in here, but Snot Rod's definitely like the fourth wheel kind of guy. Third wheel, I guess. Fourth wheel in this case. He just kind of hangs around, but he's not really as cool as the other tuners, I would say. He doesn't really fit in as much. But still, he hangs out with the group, obviously, of the tuners, the delinquent road hazards. But anyways, like I said, I'm going to go read the Meet the Cars book and find a little bit more information about Snot Rod. Alright, so in the Meet the Cars book, this is the Cars 3 version I'm reading. A little nice description of Snot Rod, here it goes. So it says, Snot Rod took his doctor's advice and headed west to find some clean, crisp mountain air to relieve his chronic allergies. On the way, he met up with Boost, DJ, and Wingo. The highly modified car group made him the head of security, and crowd control, I didn't know that. He still has allergies and explosive sneezing attacks, but his ability to clear the road of pesky traffic is unmatched and much appreciated by his buddies, who like the road all to themselves. So that's a cool little description. I did not know that. Actually, I think I read that before, but it's been a while. And his vehicle type says Bregatron. Weird. Anyways, let me show the nice image of him there, if I can get it in. See, that's like his drifting artwork. Used a lot in 2010. Well, that was nice. We got a nice little biography of Snot Rod, because I didn't know all that information about him. But anyways, yeah, it's weird that Snot Rod and all the other tuners really haven't appeared much in the Cars franchise since the first time they did. The first movie, obviously. But they did have a crucial role in it, so I think it would have been really cool if they would have came back in Cars on the Road. It would have been a perfect time. I mean, it's a series about a road trip, and these guys appear on the highway, on a road. Obviously, McQueen and Mater must have been on a highway at some point. I don't know, I thought it was going to be a given that these guys were going to be in the show, and they weren't. I was very surprised. But anyways, especially because they should have appeared in the first episode, but they didn't even, I don't know, they didn't show enough in the first episode. I think there should have been 10 episodes, and every episode should have been moved back one. So the first half could have been the Radiator Springs scene, and the second half should have been like a whole highway sequence with McQueen and Mater on the highway, and possibly running into the tuners. I think it would have been really cool for McQueen to meet these guys, because technically he never really did the whole franchise. They did appear a couple times in like Cars tunes, just driving by, no real importance. And I remember in the spinning Radiator Springs, Tales from Radiator Springs short, I believe, in 2015. I believe these two, Wingo and DJ, did appear, but they didn't have a big role. So I don't know, big missed opportunity that they never came back. Hopefully, possibly maybe season 2 of the show, if they get one. Maybe they'll come back, you never know. There certainly was a lot to talk about with Snot Rod here, and all of the tuners. I've never really reviewed them before. Obviously, this is only my 10th review, my 12th or 11th review, I think, anyways. But anyways, the second day of the 12 Cars of Christmas, and many more episodes to come, 10 more still. And there's some good cars coming up. I know the last 2 have been pretty cool, but I'm talking, there's some really cool ones. Some are a little on the basic side, but like they're just some normal characters, I mean. Still a lot to talk about, but anyways, here's a little sneak peek. Give you a little blue spoiler. I don't know what that could be for. And one more. Now this one I actually picked myself. I think it's a really cool one. No one's going to know what this car is, I guarantee you. Very cool, I think rare car. But anyways, and we have a lot of, I'm going to try to do 4 from each movie, so 4 from Cars 1, 4 from Cars 2, 4 from Cars 3, but if I don't know if that'll work out, I might just do, I bet most of them will probably be from Cars 1, but either way, we will do more seasons of this next year, and hopefully continuing on each Christmas. I think it would be a nice tradition to do this series. It's a lot of fun to do, I think, and of course we get to take a look at some more forlorn, I think, cars, more forgotten about cars, but also just some cars that are just fun, just cool, and I don't know, I guess maybe a little bit Christmassy also. Snot Rod is definitely not Christmassy though. I don't even know. Actually, technically he did appear in Later Saves Christmas book. I almost forgot about that. So yeah, I guess he is kind of Christmassy. Obviously he was helping out Chick X. Forgot about that. I believe only his trunk appeared. He had a bunch of Chick X merchandise in his trunk or something like that. That's a cool book though. And I can't believe they're still making diecast from it to this day. Like Sarge, for instance, obviously Holiday Hotshot McQueen. Many Christmas cars still from that book, which is so old at this point. It's from 2010. I can't believe it. Favorite book ever though. And I definitely like to review those Christmas Cruiser, Wintertime Cruiser, whatever they're called, diecast eventually also. But lots more Christmas videos to come. Thanks for watching the second day of the 12 Cars of Christmas. And tomorrow's actually, oh yeah, we have a very cool one planned for tomorrow. I'll give you a hint. It's from Cars 2. And it's a car that just doesn't look quite similar to any other car ever released. It may be one of the most unique cars we've ever gotten. So hopefully that gives you a little hint as to who it is. Obviously all of these cars, or almost all of them, are going to be suggested by you guys. So there's still time if you want to give a suggestion down in the comments, you can do so now. Because a couple of them I picked myself, but once again, there's still a couple spaces left. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on the Cars Garage. And if you're watching this on Christmas Day, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Santa car is on his way. But Santa made her, shoot, I'm here today.